So microwaving another bag of broccoli. I need to put like B-roll. That was one habit I wanted to work on. The rest of the 1-1-1-1-1 pact is one habit, 10 pages, 100 reps, 1,000 words, 10,000 steps, which adds up to 11,111. And it maps to habit building, reading, weightlifting, writing, and walking. Initially, I'm aiming for 500 days, but I want to do these daily for the rest of my life, which means the intensity is lower than other challenges you might come across. Those are great. I've definitely tried some of those. I've strayed off of a lot of them. And this idea of the pact is from Tiny Experiments by Anne-Laure Le Cunff. And the pact is I will action for duration. So I guess this is like five small pacts put together. So I will do these things for right now. I'm saying 500 days, but I don't know. Uh, we'll see how long I go. But it stands for PACT, purposeful, actionable, continuous, and trackable. So purposeful, it's about these daily behaviors that I want to do. Actionable, I know that these are doable. I do a lot of these already. Continuous, I'm going for daily for hopefully decades. And then trackable. These are the numbers are the thing that make it trackable. It makes it very clear if I actually did the thing or I didn't. So if I wrote 1,000 words, then I wrote for that day. If I don't hit that number, then I won't say that it was complete. Anyway, so what's with the broccoli? Number one um, is the one habit, let's say every 21 days right now. And I'll admit, this is really like video idea driven. So I've long wanted to do this, I guess, challenge of 10K, 1,110. And I always had the like steps, words, reps, pages in mind, but I could never figure out how to round out the one. So I was thinking, is that like gonna be 1 minute meditating? Is it the whole like one gratitude, publish one thing a day? And last week I realized I could just be flexible with that one thing. And I could use that to represent an experiment to try. So the one also reminds me of the BJ Fogg habit thing of floss one tooth. So from his book, Tiny Habits, he writes, think of it this way: you can keep many tiny plants alive by giving them a few drops of water a day. It's the same with habits. There are still days when my motivation is unusually low for flossing. On those days, I floss only one tooth. And you'll hear like James Clear has the thing where you try to break a habit down into something that takes 2 minutes. And that's what the idea is here. The one represents trying to build a habit and then also making it small enough and trackable. So I want to document this whole thing through vlogs. Yes, I did think this might be a way to make the videos a little less repetitive. I'll be able to align the one to some shorter term goal I have. Right now, trying to lose some weight. It starts in the kitchen, etc. So I want to eat a bag of broccoli every day or eat broccoli every day at least. Why this goal? So first, it's not an all day goal. All day goals can become hard. Some examples from nutrition is like tracking food every day takes a lot of effort initially because you have to do it like you have to do it all day. It's multiple times a day that you need to input the food. It's probably like the most effective thing though. And then another one is avoiding snacking. So that's another all day thing. And avoiding anything ends up being an all day thing. So with these habits, I'm going to aim to make them things I add to the day. And number two, I wrote here, we don't have walrus meat. So we need to add hard things. And this is why I want to read 10 pages a day. So earlier this year, I think it was just a couple months ago, I read The Wide Wide Sea by Hampton Sides. It's about Captain James Cook and just, following his travels to Hawaii, Alaska. And it was an extremely hard life with not so great food on the ships. Here's a highlight from it. Midshipman George Gilbert had stronger words for walrus flesh. He described the elaborate procedure the men improvised to make the disgustful meat palatable. We let it hang up for one day, that the blood might drain from it, Gilbert wrote. After that, we towed it overboard for 12 hours, then boiled it for 4 hours, and the next day cut it into steaks and fried it. And even then, it was too rank both in smell and taste to make use of except with plenty of pepper. If I were That's the end of the highlight, and if I were a better YouTuber, I would go try to make some walrus meat. Anyway, Captain Cook loved it, loved the life because of the goal. Make maps of the world. Here's another highlight. He says, another highlight. He was finally doing what he loved and knew best: serious cartographic fieldwork on a big scale in an unfamiliar place. There wasn't time for laying down much precision. The minute details would have to be filled in by later explorers. But the general idea of Alaska, its outline, was coming into focus. Anyway, it was a reminder that life can be kind of easy compared to centuries ago. That was the end of the highlight. Yeah. Um, we seek out these hard things because we don't have to hunt for food anymore. Speaking of books, that's what the 10 represents. So 10 pages of reading every day. And I want a daily practice for building back my ability to focus and concentrate. This, of course, is not as hard as navigating the ocean. But yeah, my focus is gone these days. It feels like so. I want to build that up, and I know I've read consistently in the past. I can do it again. So I'm aiming to read 10 pages a day. That ends up being about like a 300-page book every month. And I think I can do more than 10 pages a day as well. But 10 pages is like the number. And that's actually from, I don't have it handy here. There's a challenge called 75 Hard, which is very hard, but one of the things in that is read 10 pages a day. Okay, so number 3, the 100 in this challenge represents 100 reps, but mostly just means like do a workout every day. And on the James Altucher podcast, Sahil Bloom says, "It is why the first thing I say whenever a young person comes to me looking for life advice, they're feeling lost, is to wake up at 5 a.m. and go work out for 30 straight days." Sahil is the author of The 5 Types of Wealth. And yeah, fitness is a big thing. That fitness is one of the 5 types of wealth. Maybe it's health, but I've worked out regularly for more than a decade. You wouldn't be able to tell. Like definitely, like the results aren't there. I've kind of like spun my tires for that entire time. It feels like, and as mentioned, want to lose some weight, and I've bought into the idea that weightlifting is an important part of that. I also just wanted to sort of shoehorn it into the 100 here. First, like the barbell workout, I'm trying to do a barbell workout 3 times a week, and that's gonna be, like a 5 by 5 program. So the 5 by 5 with warm-up sets ends up being around 100 reps, or I can do, like, on the, non-barbell days, 100 kettlebell swings, that's 100 reps. If I'm traveling or something, like 100 burpees. So the 100 reps can be really flexible, depending on the situation. I am not very flexible, so maybe I need a 100 rep mobility routine. Uh, number Number 4, the 1000 is for writing 1,000 words a day. It's this trying to build a writing habit. I've had a writing habit in the past. I still write most days also, just privately, and good things seem to happen creatively during periods where I'm writing regularly. From Tiny Experiments, Anne-Laure Le Cunff talks about amplifying existing activities. She writes, "Finally, for activities that are already part of your life, but which you wish to engage in more regularly, a 3-month pact helps reinforce and amplify patterns so you can collect better quality data to guide your journey. Incidentally, 3 months is roughly the length of 100 days of code, and my challenge, or my own challenge, of writing 100 articles in 100 work days." Um, that's the end of the highlight. She amplified things with that 100 articles in 100 workdays. I already write daily in private, as I mentioned. These are just journal entries or notes on different things, or like recapping my info diet. So I don't know if journal is the right word here, but yeah, it's daily writing, like writing in that daily page in Obsidian or Google Docs or Evernote or whatever app I'm using at the time is. and many days I'm already writing 1,000 plus words, but I want to amplify it by measuring it. I also want to steer the writing more to writing that I'm going to publish rather than private writing. Like just free writing, private writing is 1,000 words is pretty quick. So I want to steer that more towards writing scripts for these videos or for like shorts or for blog posts. And daily writing is great. So I want to keep that up, make that like a more formal practice. And then number 5, this is for the 10,000, that's 10,000 steps of walking. You've probably heard of walking 10,000 steps as a goal already. You might have tried to do it. You might have paced around the room trying to get 100 more steps in before bed because you were trying to hit that number. And walking is good for mind and body. So I want to have that as a habit. I don't know if habit's the right word here, like just a daily thing that I'm doing. Um, I also can't do 10,000 reps of weightlifting, 10,000 pages in a day. I might be able to hit 10,000 words writing if I just do it with dictation into a microphone and don't care at all about what the like quality of that writing is. Anyway, one thing I really want to use walking for is to relieve stress. There's this book called The Comfort Crisis by Michael Easter about doing like reintroducing hard things in our lives. And he writes about Dr. Trevor Kashi, who is like he's going to him to learn more about nutrition. And the doctor suggests he replace food as a reward with light exercise. So here's the highlight. He recommended that I distract the discomfort of reward hunger with another form of discomfort, light exercise. Find some calorie negative ways of dealing with stress, he said. Walking is my number one. It relieves more stress and is health promoting. It leads you to burn calories rather than onboard them, and it removes you from the situation and adds time for reflection where you can realize that you weren't really hungry. That's the end of the highlight. For me, yeah, walking is the greatest thing of like if you're doing like temptation bundling or like pairing habits together, walking is a great thing to pair things with. I have this treadmill desk set up. If I use it and end up on my laptop just browsing the internet, brain rotting, I still don't feel as bad as I would if I had done that, melted on the couch. But usually I do find myself actually like reading and writing when I'm on the treadmill. I can type totally fine. Um, so I can get the writing done there. And at the same time, like it shouldn't just all be indoors. So 10,000 steps as a daily goal is just this nudge to get outdoors, to take a walk with the family, take a walk with Brewster, my dog. And all 5 of the things in this plan are daily nudges towards something broader in the long term. So I'll do another video about that, and I want to do more videos just about following this plan over and over and over. So like, subscribe, but most important, get your reading, writing, walking, and lifting in. Thanks for checking this out.